Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Four Harms. My name is Captain Richie and we're here once again on the VintageCraft server. Hope everybody is doing well today. So on this episode we're doing a few things, but to start off with, congratulations to Hearn Notice, who correctly guessed that France would be this year's World Cup winners. And as such, they win 40 diamonds because of 4 people who entered. Bit of a shame that not many people sort of took part, but it was quite late to announce it. So I might do it again next time, maybe next year when the Women's World Cup is on. But we will see what happens. That's obviously in a year's time. So remind me in a year's time, all right? Yeah, so just heading over to Hearn Notice, this is his base, to drop off the diamonds. And I got told to be around here somewhere and it'd be fairly obvious. So I think this is it. I think that not triggered. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's fly up a little bit. Yeah. Well, football didn't come. Football might have come home. Oh, there's sorry, I live near an airport, so I don't know if you can hear that or not. Anyway, more flying around. So yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I was saying that football did come home. Technically, because the World Cup, the concept of the World Cup was invented by a Frenchman by the name of Jules Rimet, who you might know, that's what the World Cup used to be called, because it was named after him. So technically, football did come home, because it's made by a Frenchman and French. Anyway, right, so there's 40 diamonds for Hearn Notice, and let's just put a sign on there. I got told to leave it here for him, so we'll put this on here. Congrats to Hearn Notice? Notice? Is it 2 N's? I think it is. It was. Yay. Right. I need to, the problem with efficiency axes is that can happen sometimes. So let's put it down without the question mark. And then we'll head back to my base and we'll see what we get onto next. Okay, so there we are. We've put the stuff back in our nostalgic chest. So, GG England. It was a good shot, but try again in 4 years' time. And commiserations to Keeper Tim, Kanoho, and IndyCar for their attempts, as to all those teams as well. Yeah, this is our nostalgic chest. So do you remember the Hot Swap Challenge with the Cat Murgatroyd? There's our stuff there from it. Not the exact stuff. This is just a commemorative thing. I did have a shulker box full of stuff from Golden Kumquat's treasure hunt, but I donated that to our good friend Hojop, who is putting it in a museum. So, yeah, hopefully we'll check that out when he's done building it. I'm currently playing with Hojop at the moment with Megagran. Our team is doing the Craft 'em All, and I'm sure that's appears somewhere on screen or in the description or somewhere. I've advertised it somewhere. Right, back at our base. Enough waffling. What we doing? I've done a bit of work on this sorting system-y thing. I don't think... Have I shown this? I don't think I have. I need to do a bit more stuff behind, and I'll show you why in just a moment. Just grab some stuff. I will get to this at some point, but I'm stuck, right? I don't know whether to do it with the new ice, the blue ice and that sort of thing when it comes out, because I can craft them with the current ice supplies that we got downstairs. So I'm waiting for that before I can, so I can make it a really fast sorting system. That's my excuse for delaying it, and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, done a bit of digging out behind here, and this is how it is. So, this is what it currently is, right? The copper's going into the back of these chests. When we go to this side, we'll come to you in a second. I want it top fed, right? So, what we can do when it's top fed is have this here, and there, and not there, but it doesn't matter for now. And if we have it, if I can place blocks properly, the idea, right, is to have that like that behind all these chests here. So when we go around to the front, if we didn't run out, I'll just take this one there for now. Great planning. Just getting 16, quite enough. So yeah, if we go around to the front and we look in here, you can't see behind it, right? So it looks a little bit better and it looks a little bit nicer. That's the idea anyway. So you can't see any of the mechanics towards the sorting system, right? So I will probably have to, at some point, again, I'll come to you in a second. I go up here, it's going to be top fed, and I'll probably have to start backlogging a lot of chests, so there's loads of stuff here. I've made a little marker for each one, so we know what's in them. They've changed around again, by the way, since last time. This one is the ender pearls, And on this side, it looks a little bit weird, but it's just so I can sort things out from up here whilst it's still getting built. We seem to be getting a lot of stone, right? Stone is our main resource. These are all full of stone. So what I might start doing is when I go strip mining is get a normal pick rather than silk touch, just so I can get cobblestone and even that out a little bit. I don't want to throw loads of stone away, but I'm getting to a point now where I don't want to keep it. On the subject of mining, not mining, as you can see there, we'll come to you in a second. There's a lot of stuff we want to do today, a lot of little bits that we want to chat about, but I go mining with this and I fill it up and I dump stuff off and that sort of thing. You know how that works. So with the diamond ore, what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to fortune free this in a little bit, and I want you to guess how many items I get, how many diamonds I get out of it, right, with fortune free. The person who's a patron on the server who guesses the closest will win something very special, and that brings me to this shulker box. So we had an expansion recently, and I went round getting more stuff, basically raiding. Do you remember a few episodes ago I found that what's it called? That spawn house lookalike thing. Yeah, I went and found a few more of those, and this is the loot I got. Let's have a look. So, loads more diamond horse armor, right? So, we're going to try and build a stable today, as you probably guessed from the episode name. And I'm going to start putting that in there. I've got some emeralds and diamonds, that sort of thing. I can't remember if I got these from those houses or somewhere else. I think I did. All this, that's quite nice. I found one of those pyramid things. That was in there, so I decided to loot that. Got some good books though. Not back 3, fast bit 2, and looting free. I'll take the looting of that. That's pretty good. Fortune free, fortune free, fortune free, silk touch, sharpness free, and sharpness free. So they're pretty good, as are these. We also went to the end, because obviously the end expanded at the same time as the overworld, and we managed to get a dragon head. Look at that. We got one off a ship. We're only allowed to sort of go for one at a time, just because there aren't that many, and everyone on the server gets a chance to get one. But I'm keeping that. That can go next to my beef head somewhere. I'm going to have a little head collection. Maybe a head museum. That'd be cool. Got these random things. I got Curse of the Binding on, right? So they're pretty good as, you know, as standard stuff. But once you put them on, they stay on until you die. So I don't want to wear them, but I just want to show those off. And I've got this pretty good pick as well. So we might start mining with that. That's because we run out of our... Yeah, we've got our silky at the moment because our B-team baby broke. So that could be our new B-team baby. I think we're on baby 6 now. 6 baby. Wow, that's quite a lot. And that will get us some more cobblestone. But that brings me to this. We got 3 golden apples and 3 notch apples, right? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, I want to keep at least 1, probably 2, because I'm greedy. Just because they're quite rare. You can't craft them anymore. But what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to give 1 away. Yeah? To the person who guesses the closest to how many diamonds I get with fortune free out of that diamond. So let's put that in there. We'll leave you there for a moment. Where is my fortune free pick? Look at all those diamonds. 64 stacks of diamonds. Right. So reiterate, 64 stacks of diamonds. Before you got a fortune 3 pick here. The person who puts a comment down below guesses the nearest amount to the diamonds I get from this harvest gets this notch apple. That is, if you're a patron, you get this golden apple, notch apple, uncraftable. It's worth a lot, right? It's okay. You might not want it, but either way, I'm going to give it away to the person who guesses correctly or nearest number to it before August the 1st, 9 p.m. BST. Right, so not when the next episode comes out, the one afterwards. So good luck to everybody. Obviously, there's going to be a fair bit of diamonds here, and I'm hoping to get a fair bit. But yeah, if you're on the server and you watch this video, I'll try and advertise it in the Discord a little bit. Person who gets the closest to this will get a nice notch apple. And you can do with it what you please. You'll probably need it for the achievement to, not achievement, advancement, to get the, what's it, eat all the foods. I'm saving mine until we go to 1.13, so I don't want to eat everything apart from one thing, and then feel like I've got to redo them again before the next episode, before, you know, 1.13 updates, we have to do it all again because we missed out on one thing. So there we are. Hope you guessed correctly and get a chance to win this notch apple. Right, awesome. So, fortune pick, we need to get you fixed up a little bit back in there. And all this treasure we have to put away at some point. So yeah, hope you correctly guess how many items, how many diamonds was made, and I'll get to give you a nice golden notch apple. Right, so I mentioned it briefly. We're going to do a stable today because we have made an order, right? Just Haley, we have put in an order for her fastest horse possible, right? And she will be dropping that off there at some point. The reason I asked her to drop it off here is because we haven't got a stable yet, right? And I'm thinking we put it up here somewhere, right? Still waiting on that car. Still waiting on that. What the hell? Oh, where was that from? Ah! Oh, you're just a normal scrubby skeleton. Yeah, normal one. Don't know why I was scared of you. Die! We need to light this place up a little bit more as well, because of things like that. Yes, so we're still waiting on a car, and we're waiting for a horse. So we've got many modes of transportation, right? But none available. So thinking of putting a stable in here. So let's clear out a bit of space. We should probably get some items too. How big shall we make it? Do we want to start breeding horses? I don't know. I don't even know how it works. I don't know what you feed them to basically make them breed. I know it's not golden apples, Mr. Pause on Pause. Is that going to be big enough? Just for a little stable? Let's bring it up to the edge here. Bring it up to the edge. Got all this snow to throw away now. So that should do. What do we think? Let's get some wood. I'll be right back. Trying to think if I've shown this off since I've finished it off, but this is where we're getting our wood from. Right. So what do we want? Do we want to get it from spruce? Spruce with good wood for that? We usually make things with dark oak. I hear zombies somewhere. Maybe some normal oaky stuff. What should we make the things out of? The gates and the fences. We need fences. Let's take that for now. Let's take a stack of... Oh, half a stack of that. Quarter stack, third of a stack, whatever it is. I think the jungle looks a bit too green, right? And that's far too orange. And birch is a little bit silly. So yeah, I haven't really done much down here. Still sort of need to work out the lighting situation. I've done a little bit upstairs here. Just in the walls. A little bit tidier. Experimenting with something here. Ignore that. I'm still trying to work it out. That'll probably be part of the sorting system when I get around to it. Essentially what I might be doing is moving the logs upstairs and having them along here. I'll just try to work out some logistics. So, yep. So let's eat some food. Tasty beef. And have a look upstairs. How do we make stables? People? Anyone know how? Let's start off. Let's work from the ground up, yeah? So, what I want to try and do is have... yes. We basically want to have those sort of path blocks. Because I think it looks kind of cool and looks like a little bit trampled on. So let's get some actual grass as well. So we can spread that along a little bit easier. Let's just put a line of it. Hello, face of the block. Yeah, so just going to fill this in. Don't know where all that's gone. Probably all the snow. That's spread and we can path block it. And is that going to be enough space? It might be. Again, I'm not too sure how many horses we want as yet. I should really check out some stable one here and see how big a space they've got. But we can check that out another time. I'll probably be doing this episode over dribs and drabs, so it might not be all done in one day. But the episode will be finished in one day, I think. Maybe? Oh, I don't know. Let's leave that to fill in and go from there. Okay, so we've dug out a bit of an area. I say bit. I think it'll be a fairly medium-sized stable, won't it? Seems like a fair amount of space. Lay down some grass. That's just finishing off here. Started putting in some place markers. So I'm thinking that we use the logs to sort of separate. This is probably where the door is. We can probably start with that bit now. Just a little entrance so we know what's going on. And let's start with... Should we try out oak? Let's try a bit of oak. I just want to see how it looks against spruce here. Just like that for a wall. Does it blend in with this too much? I think it does. So let's try that. And then turn back into dirt. Has that always been a thing? Me don't know. No, let's try the dark oak. Right, so it's quite a dark sable. Maybe. See how that looks. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. What we have to do though is, because this is sunk down a little bit, this path block, let's get rid of that. Yeah, does that look good? I think that looks good. Fill that in there. Know my luck, it's going to start snowing before this is all ready to go, and it will all turn into normal blocks underneath. So let's do that on both sides here, and we'll try and work something out. That's that all of them already. All right, let's make a fair few. Right, boom. Cool. So this will be our little entrance, and that'll be a wall there. That looks quite nice. Inside, what are we thinking? 4 horses, like literally 4 corners. Let's get our, where are they gone? That one. Put that in the middle somewhere. Where's the middle? Have I made it on evens? I think I have. Let me count. Hold on. So this would be the wall down the side here, like that, and like that, and all the way along. And I didn't count when I should have counted. So is there a middle there? I think there's a middle there. Boom, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Perfect. Cool. So is that big enough space for a horse? I think it is. And how do we want to separate them? Do we want to separate them with these blocks? Obviously they can jump over that. So I might put in half slabs above this. How does that feel? If we were to do this, build that up, and put in... Wait, how much space do you need to get through with a horse? Is it 2? Is it 1? I think it's 2, right? So we got... Let's put these 8 fences just for time being. There and there. Maybe we can get a horse through there. I think that's how it works. Yeah, and then we can like have a little trough here and some hay bales, and they can still talk to their friends. That's an idea. Look, that looks alright. Maybe we should change this to wood colour inside. Maybe... I don't know if that's going to blend well with it or not. Let me try it with the oak. Let's try it with the oak on the interior bits. Just for a second here. Because I don't want to have the same wood all over the place, right? Because then that'll just look like a block of chocolate in a nice way possible. Let's make a few more of these. 24, that might be enough. Let's try that out. And then, thinking like that. How would that feel? I don't think it's too bad against that. Maybe? What do you reckon? If we had different... let's put these back in for time being. That would look a bit silly, I think, being the same colour. Or would it? What do we think? Let me work on this a little bit. I might just fill it all in like it is here. So it's dark around the outside. And then a bit lighter in the middle. Again, I might look at some designs online to see what we think. But let me work on this a little bit, and I'll be back after I've done some work. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Just like sort of cracked on a bit of building inside and forgot that I haven't actually shown you guys anything. So I've gone for this spruce wood walls around the side here. Is that spruce? No, dark oak. Sorry. Dark oak. And then it turns into spruce up the walls up the side there, yeah? A little bit of a gradual gradient. And oak at the top. So it gets lighter as it goes up. But kept these gates oak just for contrast with that quite well. Doesn't seem to sort of mess with the ground a little bit too much, which is I like that. Unfortunately, you can't have the path blocks underneath the gates because it just turns into dirt, which is a shame. So I've got this wood bit here separating it out. Just trying to work out on a bit of a roof situation. Now, sort of horse stables and barns. Am I right in suggesting this, that the hay is usually stored upstairs? So we've got some hay bales, not on me, but are they stored in the attic? Well, not the attic, but the loft. Is that what goes on? I think that's what goes on. Obviously, I will be decorating parts out in a moment, but yeah, I just wanted to show you a bit of progress before I cracked on and did a little bit more. Okay, then I think we're just about done with this building. So let's see how much hay we got. Oh, we got some there. Cool. That should be enough. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this build so far. I've changed the gradient, the roof a little bit. I think that looks quite better. A bit of interest and isn't just straight lined. So that's quite cool. Inside here we got these redstone lamps to give us a bit of light. Although there's nothing really, there's no space really that anything can spawn as far as I'm aware. Because nothing can spawn on this. We'll see. We'll have to get some horses in here at some point soon. What I wanted to do is build a bit of a upstairsy bit. I don't know the words for it, so what we're going to build it with? Spruce with planks. Yeah, does that sound good? So usually I like to have an actual walkway to get upstairs somewhere, but as this is typically the sort of thing we have, that's not going to work, is it? With the half slabs. Yeah, so I'm happy to have a ladder here because it might look a little bit better. Who knows? Right, so let's try not to mess up a little bit. We're putting blocks everywhere. There's panic everywhere. Just fill this in like so. And it should be lovely and bright because of the light above us. Yes. Cool. Like I say, it might not work because of how the blocks are placed. It probably won't work because of that very reason. Because look, it's going to float like this. And that looks a bit silly, right? And if we were to destroy the block below it, it's going to be... Yeah, let's move it... Should we move it up or move it down? How tall would it be? Actually, let's move it up. That should be fine. Right? I'm going to run out of blocks so they don't collect them all. So, like this. Oh, I'm so rubbish at this. Let's break all these, and if they fall downstairs, they fall downstairs. And we'll just have a little bit of a canopy here. Is it a canopy? Is it a loft? I don't know what they call it. Hay bale storing area. So let's put these in like this. Fall downstairs and get the rest of our stuff. Yes. Now it's quite dark under here now, so we'll probably just for the moment put down some torches. Yeah. What have we got there? Snow. I don't need snow. Give these back. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. Let's just smash these from downstairs. So yeah, a little loft up there for the hay bales. Should be good. And then we want to try and put some chests along here as well. Have I got a bench nearby? We have. So let's make that many? That many. Is that 3? I think that's 3. Yeah, 3 chests. So what we're going to put in each of these is... What should I have as the... Let's make them out of oak. So we just made loads of oak stuff. So what was I going to say? Yeah, the... So all the horse armor and saddles and leads and that sort of thing. If I put that there... Yeah, it's going to ruin it underneath, isn't it? So we'll probably sort that out later by putting... Actually, we might have these as like stairs or something instead. Who knows? And we'll have... Oh, that's going to do that, isn't it? We're not in the new snapshot. Not snapshot. Snapshot yet. So, let's just do that for the time being. We'll address that in a bit. Finish off upstairs. I do mean to finish off what we were originally going to do. And that was this. So, how are you all doing? I'm pretty well, thank you. Thanks for asking. And then we're just going to fill it with hay bales. Hopefully we can change the direction of all of them so we're not all facing up like that, maybe. How does that look? It's alright in it? I think it's alright. So, store them like this for the winter. And I think that's what they do, don't they? They cut all the grass, they store it all for winter. So they've got stuff. Like here in the UK, like I deliver to a lot of farms. And because of the severe heat we've had at the moment, a lot of farms that I deliver to are running out. So they're starting to use what they said was their winter supply, which isn't ideal. Does that break as a block? It does. Shall we put down an oak fence? Yeah? Just like a little overhang like that. Yeah, so they're using up their winter supply, which is obviously isn't ideal. I mean, that was for cows, but obviously same rules apply for all animals that eat. Just because no grass is sort of growing at the moment, which is a bit crappy, to be honest. We like to talk about the weather here in the UK. That's not going to go there. Get rid of that one. Yeah, bit of a storage area for hay. That'll do. I like that. We probably will. We got enough to put one in each pen like that. We do. Which will be great for when the horses actually get here and start eating it. But we haven't got any horses yet. So just Haley, you need to just sort it out. Yeah. And we'll have doing here because this will be where our first one goes. So yeah, I'm going to transfer the stuff over into these chests, like the armor and that sort of thing, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've got this kind of little bench system going on here. Makes it a little bit nicer, I think. All my diamond horse armor in there. I've got 8. I might sell some because I don't have any horses, but I will only have 3 if I get there. Because I decided not to have a pen in this place, as you probably worked out by now. Couple of leads, I will get some more, but again, I need some horses to actually use them on, so there's no point doing that yet. And some saddles, which I think we get from AFK fish farms and general loot stuff, so I might have to go around and try and get some more of that. We've put in this anvil, and that gives off the impression that, you know, maybe we need to reshoe our horse, so that's what that's there for. Put some more of the hay bales into the ground, just to fill up the ground a little bit better there. And we put these cauldrons in each of these pens. Are they pens? I think they're pens. Just so the horses have the water as well as the food. And do we need to... What do we feed them? Is it carrots? I think it might be the golden carrots. So we might have to put a chest in here for the golden carrots. But we can do that at any point, really. We're getting some frame issues here. You probably saw from the thumbnail of last episode that I put the beacon into the wall here. Just makes it a bit more flush. So just before we wrap up this episode, still waiting on the horse, Haley, we're going to look at this. Did I show this before? I've made this little quick cut through. Look at that, straight to portal. We're going to head to the spawn and do one last thing before we finish up. And magically we are here at spawn. I wonder if that was a smooth transition as if I planned. Who knows? All your icy needs. I'm the one selling ice around here. General Ice. Is General outrank captain? I don't know. Depends on what military you go for, I guess. But I'm a pirate, so, you know, I win. Right, so we're going to go around... Is it to the right of Cluckenbucks? I think it is. Come on, chunks, load in. What's going on? Right, this chunk loading thing I need help with because it's happened in my series at the moment with Mega Grand and Hojop, you know, the craft them all. And it seemed to happen in the Elytra race that I did the other day. So I couldn't really see where I was meant to go. Anyway, we are here at the Prank Games. Totally Not Prank Wars by Lumberjack. So you got basically, read the rules. Let's have a quick look at the rules. Just to make sure we're doing it right. Prank Rules by Lumberjack. 12 pages. The aim of prank is to have fun. Blah, blah, blah. Pranks do not have intent of making them angry, upset them, blah, blah, blah. You must, if the person who prank asks for it, you must help them clean up. That seems fair. Pranks should not have the intent of killing players with animals, destruction, yeah, pretty much the same thing. To be allowed to use this pranking system, you must enter a signed book with your name into the chest. Pranks may only be made against people whose book is in the chest. So please put your exact coordinates of your base in the book. Cool. You must always leave a signs at the prank declare who it is that performed the prank. That makes sense as well. When you decide to prank someone, remove their book from the chest, leave it in a chest with your sign at the prank. After being pranked, put your book back into the chest when you're ready to be pranked again. Stealing is not a prank. Don't do it. It's funny though. Please don't start pranking someone if you don't have the base of your own. To be pranked, pranking is a two-way game. That seems fair. Normal server rules apply. So, what's that? No burning, no lava, killing. Is that a thing? I don't remember. Please do not prank the same person over and over again if they are not retaliating. Don't be a bully. Group pranks are allowed, but the names of all players involved with the prank must be left on your signs. If pranking a base that has multiple inhabitants, please remove all their books from the chest. I don't know if there are, but we can find out at some point. Have fun. Yes, that is a rule. No pranking if you don't have fun. Awesome. So, we're going to take part in the pranking games now. It's about time. Trying to get some more people to check us out. So, inactive players. Oh, we people left. GG. Hey, it's a spare one. Cool. So, let's just grab someone's book so we know. And just borrow Tasty Bacon's. Just so you can see what he's done. Fort lads on top of the hill. All blah, 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 blah. Bring it on. Lads will be waiting. So, that's literally it. Literally all we got to do. Always bring it. You won't. All this sass. All the sass. Okay. So our location is 24501560. I didn't just check there and make a strategic cut. Definitely not. That's pretty much where our beacon is. So yeah, that will basically bring them to our base. They should know where our base is. So yeah. Look forward to your pranking. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. In a book title. What will infuriate people? Do your worst. Final last words. Final? That's not the phrase, is it? What is it? It's not final last words, is it? It's oh, I'm having a moment now. Famous last words. Do your worst. There we are. Give me an exclamation mark. There we go. Do your worst. And I am now in the prank wars. So that was strong and stable. We made it stable, and we're strong because we think you can't touch us. So that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.